I am dim. That's why. Just talk to myself for the first several minutes of the stream. Why not, right? As I troubleshoot things. For some reason, my stuff got all messed up. So I don't know if things are gonna wind up being moved around or what the case is, but whatever. Why is nothing happening? We have audio. Oh, there we go. Hello, Mirage. I am definitely, my model is definitely larger than it's supposed to be. God damn it. Let's see if I can fix this here. As my computer chugs away. Chuggy chug chug. Zoom out one more. No. If I zoom out. There we go. Hmm. Perhaps I should have transferred this to another hard drive. King died, his son's useless. That's what I recall of the story. King died, his son's useless, and his brother? Question mark? I don't remember. Another war for the throne. We'll go with that. Yeah, I think this would have done better on my NVMe than on my hard drive. I think it's trying to load too much stuff too close together. Quickly consult. Encoding overloaded too, huh? I'll try turn some settings down. To be fair, I did crank them all to very high, so. Yeah, okay. Chill out, computer. Okay, so I get that it's not happy, but why is it not happy? What specifically is the problem? Oh man. Well, for now the problem is the game's not responding. So there's that. Can you at least, like, kill the process? Go over here. Relaunch. Do 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 do. But yeah, doing that in the background's probably not helping. I did forget that I was installing or downloading Ni no Kuni 1 and 2 in the background. Why are you not capturing? Because it's counting it as a different process. It's this. Okay. Whatever you say, computer and OBS. Now you're just being a fucking difficult for the sake of it. There we go. Change all those down to high, and then once this is done what it's doing, I'm going to, I think, change back to graphics, HD textures off. Oh yeah, this takes a minute to switch between. Or I say a minute, but it's more like 2 or 3. Been 20 minutes and I've achieved nothing. Well, why was that louder? Hopefully this works out. Alright, we try again. Fingers crossed, because I don't really have a backup plan. Half brother, that's what it is. There we go, that's running way better. Still stuttering from time to time, but... Oh. Don't fuck up now just to call me a liar, man. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know why it's still stuttering. I think it might just be having a time trying to load from the hard drive.
God bless. Same to you. Today is a scorcher.
Because I do seem to recall this having some issues with the textures loading
Well,
on
husband,
mechanical
how
hard
goes it?
drives.
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
The chicken chaser. Oh no. Loading. Yeah, I'll definitely have to move this to the NVMe.
A fine state you're in this morning.
I just
What
didn't
on
have the
earth did you
time to
get
do
up
it.
to last night?
Game, you kind of are missing a thing here.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
No, it's just Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I think they want help.
No. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good.
Can you tell?
He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Matthew and Fritz aren't drunkards.
I never said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Cuttenberg.
Of course he wasn't.
You don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
All right, I will.
You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief-making so much.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Now. Let's just turn lighting down, particles down, and physics down. Okay, the inventory mod worked. Time to hoard. Eat the breakfast. Pick up the bread roll. Pick up the everything. Okay, computer, come on. Nothing's even happening. You can chill out. The music is very upbeat. It's like we might be peasants, but that's no excuse for us to not have upbeat music. Now stuff spoils in this game, I remember that. So I'm taking all this stuff, and chances are half of it's gonna expoil. Makes sense, yep. It's gonna expire and spoil at the same time. No, the cheese. Raiding the family pantry. Yeah, I think the stutter is just gonna be a thing that happens from time to time. Unfortunately. That, and it seems like not all of, or one of the mods is only doing half of its job. It's supposed to increase the radius that I pick herbs, so that I don't have to pick each individual one. But oh well. Father!
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Social status, intimidation, speech. Okay. Okay. My speech level's only 2, so I'm gonna go with the middle.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Arse
Not
nails.
quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross-guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
I'm gonna further turn down some things. Oh, I clicked a thing and it didn't like it. Come on, man. Dude, I understand the encoder is getting overwhelmed. That's why I'm turning things down. There we go. Now it seems like the herbalism thing is working. Or the mod, I mean. I am Henry, collector of flowers. And just like this, I pick all of the sage. Haha. Nettle. Mer. 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 Oh lord, I'm stuck T-posing. Oh, there we go. Glad that somehow fixed itself. Okay, those ones aren't things that I can pick. Dandelion. You would think these would be something you could pick, but no. Come on, I just saw a prompt to pick something. There we go. It is very touchy about like going into crouch. Marigold. Really? I thought those were nettles. Alright, well, whatever. Reached a new level. You've discovered the fast travel point, Dandelion. Exactly. It's a real important one, that one. How many plants do I even have in my inventory now? $719 dandelions. The big problem with this is it's gonna make it really hard to get the perk for picking nettles because of the fact that it's not counting the ones that I'm picking necessarily. It only counts. I don't think it counts number of nettles picked. I think it counts number of times you've picked them. So if you pick 100 in one go, it's still one. Mint. Not sure how I feel about mint growing right there, but you know, where else is it gonna grow, I suppose? It's gotta grow somewhere. Why not buy the cow poop?
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Oh, okay. She's glad I stopped by. Didn't exactly stop by anywhere though. I just kind of walked past her. Okay, come on, man. There's no reason for it to just randomly decide to shit itself. Soon I will own every herb and plant in the town. Some lovely cabbages you have. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that just about does it. I think it still does. I doubt there's too much more to find. Discovering everything all at once.
How are you? Take care.
Hey, Pip! Do you want to learn something? Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world is dangerous place, and I need to know how to protect it better.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes?
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Tonga from Tabo.
I'm guessing there's no, or there's not enough speech I can get before having to go and convince the guy to give me money. Oh shit, there's a bunch of plants I didn't see. No more nettle? I hate that some of the plants that stand out are ones that are unimportant. But oh well.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Do, 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 do. do.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Now you're getting it. All right. Good. Good. Once again. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Nice. All right. Very good. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. All right. Nice. Good. Once again.
Hooray! I'm slightly better at sword. Player. Why do I have +2? Buffs. Resistance. You get a permanent +2 on vitality. That must be from the... Maybe it did give me the buff from the nettles. Did not think it would. Nice, though.
Greetings. God be with you.
He won't buy flowers.
Good health to you.
Will you buy flowers? You will buy food.
let's have a word about the price.
Aye?
Fabric, thread, buttons, laces. Come, people, come.
Yeah, I vaguely remember how this works.
What about this?
For the kitchen or the field.
That
Buy
sounds
fine
pretty
wear
interesting.
for the right
A little
Ah,
less
you only
and
give me
I'll be
all your
satisfied.
money?
rags, fabric, brocade, satin. You'll find it all here.
Oh, that's a decent price.
You only give me 0.5 more? Alright.
Good God. You look terrible. Did someone attack you? Bye.
Nice, thanks. Lovely. This trader's got more money. Alright, I have 1,030 of nettle. Or of dandelion, I mean.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Are we agreed?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it. Finally, a reasonable sum.
67. Hurrah!
Implements, instruments, and tools. Everything for work and home. Linen fabric, dye.
Not gonna lie, I was kinda hoping I would get my speech up. Wash myself off. Okay, all I did was wash myself. I don't think it needs this much of a load screen. Well, of course.
Strong linen, delicate velvet.
Have a look at these cucumbers.
Of course I'm gonna be a cunning linguist. It's my favorite thing to do.
The same as usual. But add some
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords as
What's going on here?
wasn't there?
Deutsch is
Even
spouting
the
shit.
Austrian dukes Albrecht
What?
and
Just
Wilhelm
listen and you'll hear
are
for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. What can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house. You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Hoop
I'd
slinging.
rather touch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, Hal, are you with us?
Hello.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Depends on, like, it's a good game, but it really depends on what you're into. Because the combat isn't something that everyone's gonna enjoy.
How are you?
But if you're into more like simulator kind of combat, for sure, this is like as good as you're gonna get. Well, the combat works by having your right mouse button be sword stabbing or like thrust attacks, and then your left click is your regular swing attacks, but you actually have to manually choose the angle that you're swinging.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I've heard that it's was it Mordhau or was it Chivalry? It was one of the two that I've heard other people compare it to. I haven't played either game myself, so I can't say for sure, but is she inside the house? I think she's inside the house. Oh, where is she in? Yep, she's not in there. Oh, I'm just blind.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
They're similar, but Mordhau's more in depth. Okay. Yeah, like you start off with basically only being able to do chain strikes as like your only ability to combo in this. And you do eventually get actual combos, but it takes a bit, and they can be kind of difficult to pull off. Something I am learning tonight in particular is that you definitely want to put it on a fast hard drive if you've got one. Mordhau is the game where people play various metal songs on a loop before caving your head in with it. Chivalry is the game where you run into the enemy keep only to get literal shit thrown at you until you die. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not a huge PvP game player, so that's why I didn't really get into them, but I believe I've watched some gameplay of one of them. I can't remember which. I know I've watched some videos from Soviet Womble on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he's played one or if not both. Oh yeah, this is a cutscene. That's why the frame rate's going down. This game, all its cutscenes run at 30 FPS for some reason. This game's not even all, like, it's old, aging now, but it's not, like, super old. I believe it was 2016 it came out. Though I know the start screen says 2018, but I think that's potentially just the date that the update came out. God, it probably was a port from consoles, but like I don't know how playing this on a controller would go for some of the things.
Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good.
clean fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund. Woohoo! Eat shit, douches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Right? Like now you're
I'd
just
like to see
shit-covered
you
hands,
try.
and I don't think wiping them off on
What
your
are you
clothes is
doing
gonna
here,
fix it.
Spizek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Fuck her! I'll make you pay for that.
Do. Yeah, hopefully moving it to my other hard drive will speed up these load screens next time. Oh jeez. F kicks opponent away. Tab locks on. Shift unlocks. Q's block. Jab is right click and left click is hook. Okay. Lock onto the guy in front of me, not the guy all the way across the area.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Let's go!
Run away! We had our little fist fight, now run away before the guards get us.
Good day, Henry.
What's going on?
Look out!
This was, if I remember, it was quite a small team. I think it was also one of their first games or something. Vaguely recall it having a lot of issues, but people being pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I remember, like, especially at the start when it first came out, it had a really weird saving system. You'll see I have this item right here, where this used to be a consumable you had to use to save. And then one of the first things people did was modded it so that you didn't need to use that item to save. And it was such a highly used mod that the developers eventually just removed the need to use the item from the game itself. Now it's, you do use the item to save, but only on hardcore
I need to
mode.
get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What else do you need? Come on up and see.
Garlic, onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up.
Seeing your arms swing around like that reminds me of the VR game where people fight with swords and shit. Gorn? It's probably what you're talking about, where it's like the arena fighting. Is this a cutscene or is this just a chat talking thing?
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
Oh, thanks for the
True,
follow.
but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot.
I will be right back in a minute or two. Just gonna stretch and whatnot. Okay. Oop. Pull my chair in. Oh. DXGI error device home. And the game crashed. I've never seen that error code on anything before, though. That's interesting. Um, did anything else happen? Or did just the game crashed? My mod manager seems fine. It's just waiting for the computer to recognize the game's not running anymore. That's always fun. My Steam's running fine. Let's see. Can I what's the thing to move games from one file hard drive to the other again? I don't know because my Steam is being really slow. Because if it's not going to take too long, I might switch from one drive to the other real quickly. Depends entirely on how long it takes for everything to calm down a little bit. There we go. Move install folder, NVMe, move. My model program's still working. Everything else seems to be still working. Well, this might mess with my mod manager now that I think about it. Cancel that. I'll do it after the stream. Yeah, my game crashed and then I was gonna move it to the other drive so that it runs a bit better, but I don't know if I'd want to do that while live. Seems like a bad idea. Unless it's not gonna actually let me stop it. No, it looks like it's just gonna continue, whether I tell it to or not. So I guess it's gonna be a couple minutes. Nope, never mind. I got it to cancel. It just took clicking cancel a couple of times. When in doubt, tell it to do thing again. So if it doesn't listen the first time you tell it to cancel. Come on. I have clicked launch. I'm now just waiting. Oh, did it? Yes. My computer's probably just going through some stuff, you know. This game takes a lot sometimes to run, so it's probably just cutting in to resources that were being used. Oh, here we go. Whatever can go wrong does, usually. Now I just have to fight with OBS a little bit.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor.
Is it just a recapping that because I went through it already? That was weird. Because I haven't gotten to the main menu or anything. So it shouldn't have auto-loaded. Have some drawing you should do. I was looking earlier at trying to find courses for learning to draw. If I hit continue, I should just go straight to where I'm at. Looks like those save files save in like reverse order, which is weird. But yeah, one of these days I want to learn to draw. I don't know if my fingers work quite good enough anymore for learning that kind of a thing though. My fingers are getting kind of stiff. And I never really had all that great of muscle control. Okay, so that put us back a little bit, but not a huge amount. Skip that. We already saw the poo fling.
Jesus Christ!
Stop right now! The catch pole is on its way!
Hey, Henry!
Would give advice, but I mostly draw not Twitch appropriate stuff, so I don't know how much help I'd be. I watch a few artists that do that kind of stuff. Though the artists that do that kind of stuff that I know of, they stream on a different site that allows for that, called Picarto. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that entire site is just art-based stuff, like game design and stuff like that.
Baskets for goods and torches for the night. I have it all.
I don't know, I always did really poorly in art, so I assumed it was just a thing I would never be decent at. But now I'm like, I should give it a try at least. But I'm gonna have to go back and like relearn from the basics up. Yeah, you did an art stream. It wasn't full nudity. Yeah, I know there's some decent, like some people who make a decent go of it streaming art when they're drawing stuff
close, eh?
on here even.
Bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Though I know a lot of them are always worried that they might step over the line a little bit and get slapped.
What can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot. I feel quite hungry. Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers.
Oh,
Never
is
a
this
dull
just a
moment with
repeat
you lot.
of that? That's, okay. That's a bit weird. The flowers have all grown back. Where was it? Oh, the mint was,
Good day, Henry.
Because mint I only got one of, I think. Thistle I only got one of as well. Oh, the mint was, there was a bunch of the mint. Where did I find the thistle? If there's only 4 of it, I should probably have grabbed more. It's down by the cows that they had the mint. Again, I guess it's not regrown. You can actually, if you have a dagger in your inventory, you can actually, do assassin stealth kills. And then there is a sneak mode. I think it's over there that I want to be. Yeah, the mint didn't regrow because it was like right here. That's a bummer, it means I ran down here for no reason. I don't know what influences when you get dirty. If running makes it happen faster or not.
How are you, Henry?
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough speech.
I know things aren't easy. The wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use
Because
as
my
a
speech was
square
only
wheel.
2. I know you can't
No wonder you're
intimidate
short of
him.
coin.
His intimidation is
But a debt's a
quite,
debt. I
quite
can't
high.
leave here without something.
You son
No,
of a whore.
couldn't do that
How
either.
dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Farewell. I'm going. Bloody hell!
Stop grabbing me, man.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
I'm gonna eat his food. No, don't drop in pot. Eat from the pot. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Cotton. What else you got? Oh, this dude really is... like, he's got nothing. He was not kidding.
God save you, Henry.
It's a good thing your Hanko warned us.
Well-behaved girl like that. I'm surprised she didn't call the catch pole.
She must have seen Matthias.
What do you mean?
Because he fancies her. And I think maybe she likes the look of him too.
Hey. Shut up, you idiot.
But yeah, like that I could have...
Anyway, nice job at the door.
During that quest I could have, threatened him. If it was high enough, he would have, I guess, backed it down. You can lose that fight and then go and get your friends to help, or you can get a set of lock picks from one of your friends and pick the lock.
Asparagus that'll cut you in half, and cucumbers that'll cure what ails you.
Talk to the charcoal guy. Yeah, there is. Wait, how many am?
God be with you.
How many am I supposed to buy? Quest log. 10. But yeah, there's a war that goes on. There's technically already a war going on elsewhere, but then it comes to where we're at as well.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Aye?
Agree?
That's not enough. All right, so.
I'm glad of it.
Damn, it is dark.
If it's charcoal you want, talk to my hired hand.
But every time I catch up to her to talk to her, she gets busy doing a thing and it disables the talk button.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty? What else might your worship
All right.
desire?
Have a good evening or daytime. It depends on where you're at. Goodbye.
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer. But when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today. I need ale for Father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like Father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Crossguard is back up this way.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
I've just been to the tavern. The Deutsch was saying all kinds of shit about how Sigismund should be king.
That bastard. One day he'll get his teeth knocked down his throat if he doesn't shut up.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me. What did you actually do in Kuttenberg?
Oh, all sorts. You had to be able to put your hand to anything if you wanted to make a living. But I was never far from iron.
I'd like to see Kuttenberg sometime.
I'll take you there one day, never fear. It's a beautiful city. But in the end, you'll learn the best places here by the Sasau. We've kind nobles, fertile land, and plenty of everything.
And do you know Sir Radzig well?
We've known each other long enough. About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument.
True.
Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
The goal of the game?
Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
My goal?
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do.
I mean...
Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
I think,
Better than Wenceslav.
from what I can recall,
But
the story is kind of set in stone, but you can, through one of the
It's hard to
DLCs,
step into the shoes
start
of
a village or
someone
something?
whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
I already
All
have
those
the nails.
you wanted?
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
Henry, she's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
What are you loitering around here for?
He's yelling at me in the background.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very, very fine.
Come on,
A
computer.
sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What do you say, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Dun dun dun.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened? Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Closing! Move it, people! Come on! Come on!
Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
You gotta run. Let me see what the hell I'm looking at. No poppies.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Jó kis falat, ne feszény te szapka! Most meglátod!
A picsába mi ez? Írjátok ki a fattyút!
Megdög lesz!
It would not let me jump over that little pond. Or not little pond, little water wheel river. Or creek. Really, all the way back up here?
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
God, what an asshole. I thought maybe he despawned. Fuck you guys, man.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
I sprained my foot.
Hell, you Tatar beast!
Sajnálni fogod, hogy megjelentél itt, te szaros! Várnod kell, galambocskám, amíg elindít.
Hooray!
Te genyó!
Kibaszok veled!
Megöllek, te büdös! Elkaposlak, mint egy tetve! Kibaszok veled!
Left. Almor gets to the left, along the...
Hát ez rövid lesz! Kapsz egyet!
Szétszabdallak, te postalicska!
Elkaposlak, mint egy tetve!
You have bled to death, yeah, because they fucking kept hitting me, man. They do not give a fuck how much I zigzagged. Come on.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream. Run for it! Run for it! Flee! Flee east to Talmberg!
Okolban végzel! Mivel ez legszebb harc?
Horsemanship.
Nyisd ki a francba! Ja! 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 Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ! Valaki! Help! Scouts have been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Enough! Enough!
Hanno Hosendine!
They're turning tail! No better, eh? Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that?
I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Huzzah, game saved. I didn't get the lockpicks.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsman who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes.
Food.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Nom 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 nom.
Scarlet, I have kin there. How ill-mannered. anything out of the ordinary. Report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells and horns sounded the alarm, and the villagers ran to the castle to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine how awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I should have been able to fight those guys with the sword. I just realized that.
Terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
And then he has nightmares.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward. Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
There we go. Okay. Where am I going here?
Sigismund and his army. Prepare for the work.
I think I'm gonna call it there for the night. Now that I know that the game is gonna run kinda iffy, I'll have it ready for next time, hopefully. Do a little bit of testing and whatnot off stream and see if I can figure it out.